So, guys, I can't be the only one thinking this, but I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised as to how GameStop has been holding up as of late in the midst of an overall stock market correction, sell off, whatever you want to call it. In the midst of the NASDAQ going down 10, 12%, the S&P's down, 6, 8%, or at least it was. The VIX got up to 60 points for Pete's sake. I would think that GameStop in this environment would have gone down to what? $15, $13, but no, it's actually holding pretty steady right now in the low mid 20s, which honestly, I'm surprised about that. So we're going to break down GameStop, the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do, guys. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 20 stocks from Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo, and for a limited time, your uninvested cash will earn up to 8.1% APY, which, guys, that's unheard of. So use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So again, amidst this entire stock market, it's not really a crash per se, but this correction, the sell-off, whatever you want to call it, you would have thought that GameStop would have gotten destroyed, but no, not really. I think the lowest it got was 18? 1750, which honestly is not that bad. We hit that, it looks like, here on Monday. And by the way, on Monday, it looks like SPY did hit a low. That was the lowest point, at least as of now, that SPY was at. We hit 507 on Monday, and now we're actually up around 4.5% off those lows. And Triple Q hit, which you guys know tracks the NASDAQ 100. This hit 420 on Monday morning, and now we're at 450, up around 6-7% off the lows. And like I said, I would have thought GameStop would have been to at least, $15 a share, maybe even lower than that. But we only hit $17.50 for a very brief moment in time, and now we're back to $22 per share. And I'm sure you guys saw, but the VIX that day on Monday looks like we got to 65 points, which, my goodness, guys, that is insane. I think at one point it was up 170%, which is just mind-blowing, completely mind-boggling, right? And GameStop held pretty strong, and I think that's because of Roaring Kitty. Of course, you can't say GameStop without saying Keith Gill, Roaring Kitty, right? Which we haven't heard much from this guy in about a month and a half, 2 months, however long it's been. I don't think he's tweeted since he sent that picture of the dog. I'm sure you guys remember, which there was a lot of speculation. Oh, is he buying Chewy? Is he in this or that? Whatever. Turns out he did buy Chewy, and I think he's still in Chewy stock, which, by the way, Chewy has gotten destroyed. It got down to about 19 that same day that GameStop got to 17.50, and okay, it's recovered. It's back to $24, but still down a little bit from where it was a couple weeks ago, but it has recovered 25% off the lows, as GameStop has recovered, let's see here, from $17.50 to $22. That's about 25%. Same, percentage recovery off the lows as Chewy. So check it out. GameStop, in my opinion, if Roaring Kitty was not in the stock, if he sold out of it, if we got word of that before the market crash, right, or correction, whatever you want to call it, I think GameStop would have gone a lot lower. I honestly, the reason why I think, honestly, it held or that it didn't go to $13 or $15 during this correction is because retail knows that Roaring Kitty is still in his position at $23, or maybe he's not. Maybe there's something I missed, but I'm pretty positive he's still in it, right? And they know that $23.40 price target he has, that's kind of like the floor. Not really the floor for the stock. Obviously, it could go lower. I mean, it went to $17, but as long as he's in at $23, in stable, normal markets, I feel like that's always going to be looked at as a support. Obviously, if we're in a crash or a major sell-off, 23, it's going to go out the window. Forget about it. But if we're in a sideways market, if we're in a bounce back market, whatever it may be, 22, 23 bucks, the low mid 20s in general, I feel like will hold for GME just because Roaring Kitty is in. At least I still think he's in based on the previous or most recent updates, right? So GameStop, no doubt, is in a downtrend right now. You guys can see we are under the 180 SMA on this 1 hour chart. We're still technically at a lower high. We're under where we were about a week ago, a week before that as well. But hey, ultimately, could this break? Totally, especially if the entire stock market continues to move. But we can see SPY and Triple Q, as of now when I'm making this video, they're also still in downtrends. We're still under this trend line right here on SPY and on Triple Q. Same crap, right? You guys can see we're still in a downtrend. So be careful. If this dumps back down, don't be surprised if GME sells off to 20 bucks again, 19 bucks for that matter, $21, who knows. But if we do get the breakout, maybe GME could be getting ready for another big run to the mid-high 20s. But it all comes down to, obviously, like I said, Roaring Kitty and the entire stock market. What's the overall stock market going to do? Do we get that breakout, or do we continue the overall downtrend that we've been in? I feel like GME will follow suit, right? And it's kind of like, it's not a leveraged, way to trade the stock market. It's not, but, on a massive green day, could I see GME go up a ton more than the markets? Yes, I could see it, but it's not fully guaranteed, obviously, like some other legit 3X leveraged bull ETFs. They always go up when the markets go up, right, at a 3X rate, whereas GME could have a red day when the markets are up. But overall, if we do get a full breakout in the S&P or the NASDAQ, I feel like GME will follow suit, but we're not there yet. So I'm going to set my alert at about $23 per share. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above $23 per share. So let's see what we do at that point. And on the 4-hour chart, it looks like, very wonky chart, no doubt about it. But the fact that we're holding low mid-20s, that's a very good sign. And ideally, I'd like to see this break above the moving averages here, anywhere from 23 to 24 bucks. So my alert's at 23. I'll set another one here, for $24. So we'll see what it does on this 4-hour time frame. 23, 24 bucks is where my alerts are at. And on AMC, which is obviously another one a lot of people look at, this has also been holding pretty steady. Surprising, honestly. This thing is at $5 per share, and it was at $5 per share in the end of June. So this has been flat as the entire stock market's been selling off. Does that mean necessarily we're getting ready for a breakout or something big's coming? Not really, but it's just interesting. It's something worth looking at for sure. It's worth keeping these on your watch list because you'd think that they'd be collapsing, but they're not. They're actually holding pretty steady. So maybe something is coming around the corner on AMC, but especially on GME, guys. So I'd love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments down below. And by the way, just like that, it looks like earnings were a couple weeks ago. We're about to get their earnings again. It looks like GameStop is set to report earnings in less than a month from now on the 4th of September in the morning. And obviously, this is subject to change with GameStop. Who knows? It might be the day after, the day before, 3 days after, 3 days before. I have no freaking idea, but either way, in about a month, we're going to get GME's earnings, which probably won't do much for the stock, but it'll be interesting to see how they're doing compared to last quarter and compared to the same quarter in the last year. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to sign up to my mailing list, link down below, for free if you guys want me to send you my top 3 stocks every single Monday morning, completely free, no spam, no BS. And don't forget to also get up to 20 stocks from Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit, and your uninvested cash will earn up to 8.1% APY, which, guys, that's a no-brainer. So use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.